What's up guys, and welcome back to our channel where we talk about anything tech related. And in today's video we'll be talking about cheap Android TV boxes, why you should not buy them. So we'll be discussing all the risks that comes with buying and owning a cheap Android TV box. So stay tuned and be sure to watch the full video. And if this is your first time coming to this channel, go down there and click on subscribe so that you see all our future videos. So I have some notes with me here, so you'll be seeing me looking down from time to time, so I won't miss any important points. Now let's jump into our video. So the biggest risk that you see when you're using these cheap Android TV boxes is on security. These cheap Android TV boxes, they come usually loaded with malware and backdoors. And this malware, you can't even uninstall them because they are put there for a purpose, and all these backdoors are also put there strategically. So even if you scan with a normal antivirus, you will not be able to detect this malware and these backdoors that will be left there by the manufacturer. Remember, all these cheap Android TV boxes are not really made by reputable companies. There's no much quality assessment that is done on these Android TV boxes, and there are no standards actually that are followed when these cheap Android TV boxes are being manufactured. For example, if you're comparing these cheap Android TV boxes with an Apple box, Apple has a certain criteria that it uses, certain standards that it's supposed to meet, certain security standards that are supposed to be there on the Apple TV, on the Apple box before it's sold. But those cheap Android TV boxes, there are no standards whatsoever. They'll just put whatever they want to put them, and they'll send the product to the market to be sold to you. And when you buy it now, it will be having all this malware and these backdoors. But what are the dangers of the malware that will be pre-installed on your box or the backdoors? So you see that this will open doors to data theft. This is where a third party will hijack your account. Remember, when you're using an Android TV box, right, you have to log in, say your Google accounts or maybe your Netflix accounts and all those other different things that you want to do on your Android TV box, right? So the moment that you're logging in into all those different accounts that you want to use, you are basically giving away a third part your login details. So that person can just take those details and use those details for anything that might deem necessary to him. And sometimes your Android TV box can be used as a proxy. So what is a proxy? So this is basically where someone will use your IP address, that IP address that will be on that cheap Android TV box that you have. And that person will be using your IP address to do crime on the internet. And if you are caught, it means that the authorities will come to you because your IP address is the one that will be used to do all those cyber crimes. So as you can see, you can actually end up in jail when you're using a cheap Android TV boxes because of other people that are out there that can take advantage of the fact that your Android TV box does not have proper security measures on it. Number two, fake specs. So you see that when you're buying a cheap Android TV box, usually they will come with very high specs. It will tell you that the RAM is maybe 8 gigabytes or the storage is maybe 32 gigabytes. But once you start using, you will realize that there's only maybe 2 gigabytes of RAM. So that's another danger that you have when you're using these cheap Android TV boxes. They will not tell you exactly what to expect on that Android TV box. And there are times whereby the actual processor will be way slower than what they'll be promising. What you see on the box is usually not what you get when you're using that Android TV box. And you see that when you're using it now, even if it has very high specs, your Android TV box will be super slow. And sometimes it will freeze from time to time. So that will be a disadvantage to you as you'll be watching your programs on the Android TV box. So that's why you should run away from buying these cheap Android TV boxes. They promise so much, but they don't deliver because there's no quality control in the manufacturing process of this cheap Android TV boxes. And while we are still on fake specifications, you see that most of these cheap Android TV boxes will promise you 4K resolution on outputs. But once you start using them, you see that you can only get up to maybe Full HD, sometimes just 1080 or even 720 pixels. So they are all fake promises. So stay away from this cheap Android TV box and go and buy yourself a reputable brand. It might be a little bit expensive, but you know exactly what you're paying for. And on number three, these cheap Android TV boxes are not Google certified and Netflix certified as well. So it means if the box is not Google certified, you will not be able to update any applications that will be on that box, even the ones that come pre-installed. So in other words, those applications that come with the box at some point they'll become outdated and you'll not be able to update them because you will not be having Google Play Store where you can update applications. And there are some that will say they are Google certified, but you have to check before you buy. I've bought a box in the past where it will say that it's Google certified, but on opening it, on setting it up, you realize that it's not Google certified, and that will cause problems because you won't be able to install applications, to update applications, and do all the other things that you want to do on your Android TV box. So when you're buying, make sure to buy an Android TV box that is Google certified. And last but not least, this cheap Android TV box do not have any warranty. If anything happens to that box, it's all on you. And oftentimes you see that there's no online support on all this cheap Android TV box. So there's no one actually that can help you if you have any problem with that Android TV box. Unlike other reputable brands where you can actually go to the Apple website where you get proper Apple support. And there are Apple technicians everywhere, wherever you are, you can get an Apple technician to help you, a certified technician to help you. Other brands like Xiaomi, you can get online support, but with these cheap Android TV boxes, you will not have any support whatsoever. So this is it, guys, and this is by no means all the risks that are associated, but these are just the main ones that I thought of sharing with you. So when you want to buy an Android TV box, be sure to buy a reputable brand. Do your research first, and I've done some videos where we talk about what to look for when you're buying another TV box. So just scroll down the channel, you'll see that video, and there is also another video that have a list of all Google certified Android TV boxes. If you buy any of those ones, you have no problems at all. So as always, don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you're liking this video, and if this was your first time coming to this channel, go down there and click on subscribe, and also hit that bell so that you get a notification the next time we post another video. My name is the Duke of Tech. See you on the next one.